to streamline its operations and also focus on its strategic priorities while ensuring the Jwayelani stores continue to grow under new ownership. For more on this, we joined on the line by Philisiwe Sibiya, CEO of Shingai. A very good afternoon to you, Philisiwe. Welcome to Africa in Business.
Good afternoon, Thami. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you with us. I mean, there are a number of stakeholders here that, I've mentioned. There's Choppies, whom we've spoken with before here on Channel Africa. There are the Jwayelani stores in the Eastern Cape and KwaZulu-Natal. And then there's yourself as a Shingai Itai Consortium. Tell us a little bit more about how these three intersect specifically regarding Choppies.
Thanks, Thami. Shingai has been in existence for over 12 years. We established in 2012. We specialize in food, starting our own retail group going back to 2012. Joyani Group is a very well-established brand that has been there since the 90s. Was originally established as a family-owned business from the Schneiderman family, subsequently acquired by Choppies and BVI. And we come in as investors, buying the whole 100% of this business as a going concern, which is a group of 45 stores. So that is actually how the whole thing comes together. It's a well-established brand and a very well-loved brand. That caters for the segment that we really love, which is very much in terms of the lower segment. It's very high traffic outlets, concentrated in KZN and in Eastern Cape, but currently we're actually in 7 provinces, except for the Northern Cape and Western Cape, but really the stronghold remains KZN.
If you look at Choppies outside of South Africa, they are built to be the largest retailer in Southern Africa with, a number of stores throughout and various distribution centers as well. What is it that motivated the acquisition of Choppies by yourselves, given that they hadn't been performing well at all in some of their markets within Southern Africa?
Yeah, so we were looking for a particular grouping within that cluster, and that was the Jwayelani group. As you know, Choppies no longer actually exists in South Africa as a brand. So this group remains, is really the last residual of what was at the time acquired by Choppies around 2016. But what we acquired today is not actually Choppies brand, but a Jwayelani brand. That remains as a going concern in South Africa, but it really is not acquiring a Choppies business as such, other than they were once owned by Choppies.
So are the Jwayelani stores going back to being Jwayelani stores as far as a brand to consumer is concerned?
Yes, they are actually, as we speak, Jwayelani. So Jwayelani was never rebranded under Choppies. It remained as a distinct group and will stay on as Jwayelani.
And what about the Botswana stores? Are you taking those over as well?
No. This is strictly the Jwayelani group of stores, and that is how we'll continue going forward.
It's quite clear, you've made it very clear that Jwayelani was the bull's eye and Jwayelani is what you've gotten. So what is the long-term vision of the Shingai Itai Consortium for these stores? How do you plan to grow them? Do you intend to reposition the brand? What do you intend to do with it?
For us, Joyani is a food platform. We have been in food as a supplier, as a producer, as a retailer. We see it as a very big platform, especially for back businesses, is to really create a platform going forward, not only on the retail side, but to create a platform for our farmers, to create a platform for producers, food producers. As you know, food retail in South Africa and retail overall is the biggest private employer in the country. So there's a huge opportunity for employment in this segment. And we really see it as a growth story. We see it as a huge brand in terms of going forward. really look forward to bringing in expertise, both at executive management, at the board, and really drive further growth of this group. We love the segment and the sweet spot where this business sits. And for us, we're bringing capital, we're bringing in the expertise, and the focus really is to stabilize this business and grow it going forward.
We do understand that you did have the support of the Shoprite Group in facilitating this deal. What does that mean? Will Shoprite come on board as a partner?
The partnership with Shoprite is a partnership that has been in place and is well established. And that really is a strength within this business. And it is something that we look forward to in working with them into the foreseeable future. And we will be redetermining and redirecting how that relationship goes over time. But it is very much that they were very much part of the facilitation as they were already within the Jwayelani group.
So what is the current status of your relationship as Shingai Itai Consortium and Shoprite?
There is no direct relationship. The relationship currently is actually between Shoprite and Jwayelani and BVI.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that clarity, and wishing you all the best as you continue extending your footprint in the food retail market.
Thanks for having me, Thami.
It's
Thanks
been a
so
pleasure.
much. Cheers.
Thank you, Philisiwe. Have a good one. That's Philisiwe Sibiya, CEO of Shingai. Clearly, the Jwayelani group of stores having created great equity in their brand from having been acquired with Choppies. And actually, when Choppies acquired them, they still wanted to keep the legacy, as in Jwayelani still wanted to keep the legacy of their brand and the reputation that they enjoyed within their communities. So these were Choppies Jwayelani brands. And when Choppies, disinvested or left the country, then they went back then to being the Jwayelani stores, and obviously still very attractive for Shingai to once again acquire them. So that's 100% of the shareholding into the Shingai Itai Consortium. That takes us to exactly 4:47 Central African Time. This is your Friday edition of Africa in Business. Just reminding you that we still have Victor Khumuswana coming up in just a few moments, where we'll be looking at all the top African stories as far as business is concerned. We'll take a look at Zimbabwe, at Angola, the United States in talks to set up a $5 billion fund to invest in mining. Victor will break that down for us in just a moment. It's gone exactly 4:48.